How you doing this morning? I have to get right into it, okay? Because it's morning and early, and I gotta be quiet. So this is the fourth beast. This is the fourth beast kingdom that's being destroyed. And Daniel is in Revelations. This is how you can see Revelation. You can see everything in Revelations. Okay, not everything, but there's stuff that's other prophets talked about that had to do with this time. Daniel had a lot of information about this time, including books he told people about that were to be closed. So, this fourth beast kingdom has already been trotting us down really bad. So, it talks about the four kingdoms in the Bible. So, Daniel 7:23, thus he said, the four beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall diverse from all kingdoms and shall devour the whole earth. That's what it's doing. That's what it's doing. That's the same thing in what the beast will burn her. The three subdued kings and break it in pieces. It's talking about Nebuchadnezzar's statue. It has four parts to it, four kingdoms. We are in the final of the final kingdom because it's breaking it down really bad, treading it down. This goes with Revelations. And the 10 horns out of his kingdoms are 10 kings. The heads that shall arise, and another shall rise after them. And he shall diverse from the first, and shall subdue 3 kings. So, what's that? That's also telling you he subdued uh, the 3 kings in earlier generations. He's higher than them. He's been using them. He subdued them all. And he's the fourth one. And he's getting ready to rise. Because I have a video to show you. This happened yesterday, after I was talking about, I guarantee that Will I Am is going to become the king. And right after I finished the video yesterday, on my phone, his dad giving him the stepping down. There can be no, he is that fourth king. He's the heir to the king. Come on, guys. They're a small nation and they stay within each other. From Vlad the Impaler, an Antichrist, and the Marionic from Mary, the mother, Princess Di from Mary. It's you can't put anybody else as the Antichrist. Daniel talks about the same thing as Revelations, and the 10 horns out of the kingdoms are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. So the fourth kingdom and the fourth king, the final king, which will be the Prince of Peace, is rising. I have the proof of it. Right after I finished this show, boom, on my phone came. The king is stepping down. There can't be another king. It's impossible. The Antichrist is Will I Am. And it's actually obvious. He's the heir to the queen died on a blood moon. I saw Jesus' face on the moon, and then it turned blood, and the queen died. And everybody thought Mr. King became King Charles. And they've been going, Charles is the Antichrist. No, he's not. He's too old. He doesn't fit the criteria. He's too old. His son fits every criteria. 30 of them. Impossible for anybody else to be. Who's the heir? It can't be anybody else. Impossible. That's why the Lord had me with another guy reveal it. I didn't reveal it. I don't take blame for that. There is revelations in Daniel. You can get the old out of the new and the new out of the old. I don't know how people can't do that. So, he can't be anybody. He has to be a king. What does a prince become? What does a prince of peace become? A false peace. When his father dies, he becomes the king. So, video. Which one? Where is it? No. No. Hold on. What did I do with it? I think I sent it to Jerry. Or Dakin. I sent so much stuff. I spent so much time. There it is. Let me pause it. Loud and clear, guys. Who is the fourth king? He has to turn into a king as well. Stepping down. King Charles is planning to abdicate the throne, pass it straight over to William. This happened right after I told you guys. I bet you you're gonna hear about that. And then as soon as I got off, whack. Showing his wounded head. What's that say? Same thing. So let's go back to Daniel. Start over. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth. Same thing is in Revelations. Is the beast will burn her, verifying where we're at also, because it's in the Old Testament. The whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. So it's been doing it this whole kingdom time, because we're in the 4. It's at the end of that. Shall subdue 3 kings. So the previous 3 kingdoms are over. There's a 4th king. I thought, what happened to the queen? That's why there was a queen in between. And her grandson has been raised for this, okay? And it's in plain sight, actually, now to me, where I can guarantee 100% there's no other way. It has to be him. He's the heir to the throne. Now his dad stepped down. The Lord gives it to me right after I teach it. I look on my phone and boom, almost every time. Over and over and over and over and over. We're talking every day. He's trying to get this out. Because they're out there still teaching rapture. I saw again this morning. That word just drives me nuts. I listen, I hear the rapture, and I go, I guarantee he's going to start false teaching. And as soon as I hear that word, false teaching starts coming out every time. And it's like, burns. It's horrible. Raptor from a dragon. Anyways, after then, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kingdoms. It's also happening right in front of you, where he's subdued 3 kings. It's done twice. Obama wasn't doing what he said he was, destroyed the earth. Trump destroyed the earth. I don't care what you guys say. He did no good. And look at what Biden's doing. Who was the 4th king? So God actually played it out right in front of us. He subdued those 3 kings because they didn't do nothing, he said. But they've been subdued for a long time. So, and there's been a queen there for how long? It can't be anybody else. The 4th king. It's right in front of people's face. I'll tell you another secret. There's a 200-man army that God's building. 200 million. Do you know how many people are in heaven? 200 million. You know how I know that? Because you are part of that 200 million man army that he's building. Because we're in his hand and he is the carpenter. Do you get it? It tells you in the Bible how many people are making it into heaven. You just have to know the layers of scriptures. The 200 million man army is you. Because we come back we judge the angels for the final war, guys. It's in your Bibles. There's just so much he's been giving this channel, guys. Even when I talk to the people alone, it's just stuff coming out that I didn't know. And then it comes out on something and shows me it. See, that's God using Leviathan. People don't know what Leviathan is. Leviathan's a beast. It's a beast system. It's got its tentacles all over the whole earth. It always has. They used obelisks and got it all over. It's nothing new under the sun. So let's check out the next one. Okay. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. Will I am. You're saying you're God. And he will wear out the saints. I'm worn out of Most High. And to think to change the times and laws. Yeah. That's been happening right in front of everybody's eyes all the time. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and the dividing of time. A time. That's one time. You have the dividing of a time. A time and times. And dividing of time. Oh yeah. dividing the time. Should be given in his hand. Tell a dividing a time. No more time. Okay? And that king is rising. The fourth king. What happened? Where's the third king? It was a queen. That's why it was a queen. Because there could only be one after her. And that's her grandson. And he was born in 82. He fits the bill 100%. Wow. Okay, so this is in Revelations. Okay? And that's the beast that is going to burn her with fire. He is there doing his work. Those are all of his puppets already, guys. And lots of people are in the ground. Okay? So I got a video. I don't want to show the video. Genocide's going on. Mass. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The fires and stuff. That's about all I'm going to tell you. He's going to burn her with fire. That king is secretly risen. And it's going to fool everybody. Because he has to stay a prince until he comes that king. Once he comes that king, get ready. There's going to be a transformation. Very soon after. They have it planned. Everything's up in the sky that they need up there. The war's here. The war's against you. This is kind of Magog and pre-Magog and Gog, guys. That's what it is. Until we get the 200-man army. Let me tell you, all his saints come back with him. All Jesus' saints come back with him, KJV. Jesus will come with all his saints. 200 million man army. How many people are in heaven? And the graves were open, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose. Do you know that doesn't mean grave? Once you open that chamber up there, you come out of the grave. Now you're alive. Okay? And you're not sleeping. You've opened that chamber. That's what that means. Now you're not sleeping. Your eyes are open. Your spiritual eyes. Your spiritual eyes are up there with God. That's what he's talking about here. So when the graves were open, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose, it doesn't mean they were sleeping. It means they were sleeping their spiritual eyes. You're not going to be resurrected back into no body, but the one that's up there. And come out of the graves after his resurrection and went into the holy city. We come out of our grave after the second resurrection and go into our inhabitants. What's that? That is our bridegroom. It's exactly what he's telling you here. After the resurrection. He's talking about his resurrection. Because he goes to build you then. He goes to care for your bridegroom. Right? He's the one that's instructing it too, right? So, and if you want to look at this is going to be us. We have to resurrect into what we were before, the same as Jesus and anybody else that died. And if you're sleeping, you're dead until you're spiritually awake. It's not sleeping. Okay? It's the difference between sleeping and sleeping with your eyes and your ears. They are sleeping, so some of them are going to get woken up. The ones that are ignorant to the false doctrine. Okay? And there's so many that are. So now, when the centurion and they were with him, watching Jesus saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, "Truly, this was the Son of God." Okay. So, one more video. Let me see what other video I got to show. I got to get going because I don't want to wake people up. Fish. Okay, so I wanted to stop this. Something else I've noticed. I'm a bird guy. I have bird stuff all over. I've had birds last 7 years all over my, even flying on my shoulder. This, they're gone. I had bird homes and everything, bird houses my friend built that they were living in, and the birds were just going wild. They're all of a sudden have been missing. They're even in the winter, they even are all over the place. I have a family that's been living there in that house for 4 years. They're gone. So God said he would also take the fishes of the sea and the beasts. Can you imagine in these fires how many animals have burned? Staggering. Staggering. There's no way it can go backwards. It's too burnt now. Oh, some of the cracks I seen in one of the countries, the whole entire road was just. Let me see if I can find it. There it is again, man. The red. Just yeah. Canada is burning huge. They're putting people, they have nowhere to go, but they're going to these camps, guys. So the fourth kingdom beast trotting down. Good morning, Tommy. There can be nobody else but the Antichrist, that prince. So only one that can be the Antichrist. Impossible for anybody else. He's the heir to the throne. Man, God is great. And you know what? It says the whole world will know who he is. No, they won't. Or else they wouldn't run to him. If they knew he was Satan, they would not run to him. Come on, guys, common sense. They're not taking. I know lots of people that says they don't believe in God, but I ain't putting nothing in me. Good luck. I know hundreds of non-Christians. It's not a chip in your hand. They keep showing that for 8 years. That's the same old videos. It's a trick, man. The chip's already there. Just like the fourth king that subdued the other three kings. He's still a prince. And now, man, why do I do that? There he is. The next day, who's giving up the throne? He has to be. He has the they show it. He has the, go look it up yourself. Prince William, and then look at the side of his head. He has a fatal wound with a chip in his brain, guys. He's the one that's got the chip. They're all saying, man, he can be the, it's impossible for anybody else to be the Antichrist. Impossible. And he subdued his three kings: Obama, Trump, Biden. What'd they do? Destroy. He allowed them. They weren't running nothing. They haven't been running it. None of those guys have. He's been the king secretly for a while, subduing and destroying and burning her with fire. So there you see Revelations in Daniel. I see the Old Testament and the New and the Old all over the place. There it is. Then right after I did the show, God gave me the answer. He will step down. That fourth king is the Prince of Peace, false Prince of Peace. His name is Will.i.am, stepping in to his temple that isn't of God, claiming he is God. God said the earth, I'll put it in the king's hearts to burn the earth. So even whoever's doing it, God put it in their hearts. Nothing comes, but it comes through heaven, because it's all predestinated. And they're just doing as their Father is telling them to do in this time. Man, you guys, as soon as he rises fully, there's a transformation that's going to happen. And you're going to get transfigured very quickly. I have to live a little bit longer while I go through the camp. Whew. Because that's what I was shown. Who? To become a martyr. Hiding bodies now, guys. They're hiding bodies. Children dying, burning in their cars. Mass genocide. If you can't see it, then close the door. Because if you can't see it, you don't have wisdom. And wisdom is the Holy Ghost. I go to the right hand of my Father to build you a place. My deliverance I'm getting right now is insane. My strong man's coming out. Once he's out, my two eyes have been made single. My tribulation is coming to an end. My eye won't stop doing this. It's called deliverance. For 3 weeks, and I'm nothing but God's running through my head now. I can't even think about sin. It disgusts me. He's got me to a level where my tree is almost grown. And it's time I go home soon to the Father. I know what my body's going through, guys. I'm going through what a Job did. I'm very sick. I have to go to work here in a little bit. I'm barely making it. He will wear out the saints of Most High. Yes, he will. You're going to be worn out. Yeah, and people just think, man, this is a great tribulation. You're going to be worn. And if you're not, then you're not spiritually going through great tribulation. It's not physical. You guys know that. Jesus, could you imagine Jesus' tribulation? You tell me, you want to watch God be in a good shot? Watch this. Watch him hit that car with lightning. There's no way. I hope they show it over. Probably. There it is. Well, let's watch it. Look at that shot. Come on. He just hit that with lightning. The car was driving. Why? That's God talking. If you're hit by lightning and driving in a car like that, that's precision hitting. Anyways. Okay, so you guys know the Antichrist is here. And he's been doing his work. It's in Revelations and in Daniel. The final kingdom. The one that's coming after. Is almost here. Because did you know? Once Jesus and time stops, there isn't 1,000 years. Reign, little short time of 1,000 years. It's only going to be a day. You're going to be twinkling in the eye. God's already doing his wrath now. By that time, God comes pretty much right after for Gog and Magog. And the 200 million man army that he's talking about is all his children, all of his saints. How many people are in heaven? 200 million. Okay? So how does that sound? That's an innumerable amount. People don't understand when it says God says Magog and Gog comes right after, guys. And you're in it. You will be judging the angels. Okay, so let's go there. We will be judging the angels, KJV. 1 Corinthians 6. You have to get some things. You don't know the new, you don't know the old. It's the same in the Bible. You have to know the new to know the old. Okay? You have to know your entire Bible to know it. So can you do it from one read? No. You're not going to start cracking until 3 or 4 or 5. Major things. So know ye that you shall judge the angels, how much more things that pertain to this life. Doesn't tell you that. It tells you that early. Corinthians. That's the New Testament too as well. You will judge the angels. So we come back for Gog and Magog. That's all his angels. He also has other one. He has the dark angels that he's going to use, and the ones here, and the ones in their flesh. Oh, they're going to be crying. They're going to be running to him. See, they're going to get him all to run to this king. That's why he's being prepared to stand. He's got a solution, guys. He's going to fix the world, guys. God bless you. See you guys later. Love you guys all.